Alright, so excuse the fact that I look a little rough because I just woke up, but me and my friend Jiant are pretty much gonna like hang out one last time because today is my last full day here in Virginia before I move back to Dallas. So we are gonna go have some coffee and just kind of talk around a little bit before she has to go to work. So, oh my gosh, because I am blind and I cannot see. Oof. All right, let's go have some coffee and kick it with our friend. My routine is thrown all the way off. I mean, it's so late even for me. It's currently 7:12. I'm usually up way before this, but my routine's been off ever since all my stuff has been gone. No excuse. Here we are. Wake it up.
Hello. What the hell?
My friend.
Hey, motherfucker.
Okay.
Alright, so I just made you some breakfast.
You made me breakfast?
Yeah.
How sweet of you. You do be throwing down as always.
Yeah.
My last full day.
Yeah. That's it.
That's all.
You know, at the end of the day, like, things happen for a reason, you know that, so.
True.
You going through this stage is for a reason. It's pushing me to do the same.
Sir. Hi. Okay. So we'll go to the penthouse and then just have our breakfast upstairs. I'm gonna pray for the food and the drinking. Alright, Heavenly Father, thank you so much for this food. Thank you so much for the hands that prepared it. I just pray that we can just enjoy this beautiful morning and also just enjoy these last couple moments we do have together, God. I also want to say thank you
For now.
for the relationship. I want to thank you for the season where you put us back together to be able to be there for each other, to lean on one another. This is definitely something we both needed, even though we didn't anticipate it. And we are just genuinely so grateful and thankful for giving us a circle or even another individual in this friendship for us to be able to make it through what felt like a season that may have never ended for both of us. God, I'm so thankful and so grateful for you, and I'm so grateful for Jaya, and just knowing that there's so much growth that came out of all of this for both of us. So thank you, and we pray this in your son's name. Amen. Hi, Lafayette. You okay?
Oh, man.
God knew. God knew we needed each other because Lord knows.
Shit. Shit, man. Woo! Whoa, nah.
This coffee's really good.
Mm-hmm.
Oh man.
That hit hard.
That
Woo.
did. Oh man. It's been a hell of a year. It's
Yeah.
been one hell of a year, Jaya.
I know. I'm blessed about the growth, though. The growth. Superb.
But why though? I mean, this is something I'm very always curious about. Is like, why do you have to go through hell to be refined? Like we went through, like, what we would call each other like every week or so. Like it was like almost like a back and forth. Like yo, like I ain't got no money. Like I'm going through it. Like I'm broke. And then there's always the other person who, look, we did this last week. You won't make it through.
It's like we always was, one was up, the other one was down, so the person was up enough or the capacity enough to bring the person back up, then that person up, and then we just kept just bringing each other up. We kept pouring into each other's cup.
And I've had moments though. I think I had moments where I was like at my wit's end with everything. Because I felt there were times like I think we've also even had like our debacles, I guess you could say.
Yeah.
Because there were portions of time, I remember we had this thing when it came to because then you still had you went through the surgery or the recovery portion. Because I wasn't here for the actual surgery, but I was here for when you went through recovery. And then like driving all the way to McLean with your mom. And then like you went through the really big like did the down portion where we like helped like clean your apartment and stuff with the boxes and stuff. Your mom is a freaking character, by the way. Your mom is a character, but I love her so much. She is so kind.
You helping me through my dark times will never be forgotten. Like that is like the best thing I needed, was to know that I have a village that is there for me and that is able to sustain or have the mental capacity to be there for me, not just for my good days, but also when times get dark. Mm-hmm. And I think my whole journey so far of the pruning that I've been going through mm-hmm. is that I've learned that you will know who's there for you the most when shit get dark.
Like we mean actually dark, not
like not
oh,
no
I'm
regular
sad.
like I'm
no.
sad, like dark. Like
very.
And we both been there, dark. Like seeing like how the friends I used to have to the capacity of type of friends I have now. I am blessed that I got to experience them in a season that I was in. Mm-hmm. And I'm just truly blessed to experience the friends I have now in this dark experience that I had, and you guys were the one to lead me to the space of getting to the light. You know what I mean?
I mean, you saved me from almost
destruction.
Listen, moving back here, which you knew my intention on what I came back here for, mm-hmm. and seeing it play out the way that it did, it got so ugly for me. Mm-hmm. But even let's be honest, like even me coming back, I already wasn't in the greatest of space, mm-hmm. but I had like this much left to just make that jump of faith and be like, let's see what happens.
Yeah.
And like I talked to my mom about it the other day or yesterday, and she was like, well, at least now you know and you have that clarity, so you're not leaving with nothing. But that dark moment, man, and I think this is the first time I actually felt like I had a community around me to genuinely like help me through it, because
I told you, you can't do all this alone. People glorify being alone and being a lone wolf and glorify it, or they make prayers saying, God, I don't care if I wind up being alone, take everybody that's not for me away. No, you don't know what it's like to get to the point where you feel alone. There's no one you can call, there's no one you can talk to. Don't nobody want to be in that space. Like, we are humans, we are designed for villages.
People, yeah.
No, don't nobody want to glorify being the lone wolf. Like, that's not.
Well, social media is very good at glorifying certain things, even that don't need to be glorified. Or even, I hate the thing that they're like, can we normalize? There's a lot of things we actually don't need to normalize.
And you know what's crazy? You know, a lot of rich people, they always say, yeah, I did it by myself. And you know, sometimes you got to be alone and blah, blah, blah. I'm like, you're full of it. Because there was people that was helping you, hands that was helping you through the process.
Here's the thing, though. And this is what I've also learned is I've been around some very, very wealthy people. So there's a difference on social media between people who are rich and mm-hmm. people who are actually like wealthy.
Yeah.
And the wealthy people that I've tried to be around, rarely do you ever hear them talking about doing it alone. They always had people or family or someone around them to help them out.
Yeah.
Versus the social media portion, the one that just like, it's for likes, it's for clicks. And some of the people, which I genuinely hate, is like there are some people that genuinely they make their money by trying to sell a course, by encouraging other people to buy the course. Like,
but you need those people to buy it.
Exactly. So it's not a that upfront business model in comparison. And these are the people that are like, oh, I did it by myself. You don't need anybody. Versus the people who are wealthy, were like, yo, I had a team. I had a couple people that were around me, even if it was just one other person. But they always communicate like you cannot do it alone.
Everybody has put a hand into the version that I am today, whether they put their hand in good or bad. No matter what, they have put their hand somehow. I have had support. I have had haters. I had love. I had everything and then some. Mm-hmm. And all of that puts into the hand of who I am today. But I will tell you this, being alone does teach you discipline, to face yourself, and to acknowledge what is good and what is bad and what is right for you and who you are as a person and your surroundings. You're able to see things clearer. I'll tell you that, without distractions.
That is a very big thing, actually, because there's one thing that I learned here, because these apartments, like, you can feel really alone in these apartments, like, truly, because windows are so far away from my bedroom that, like, it felt like I was like literally, it is. I've never slept in a room so pitch black in my life. But one thing I've learned here, ability to think while going through distractions, and you can't do it, or you can't high quality think. So for instance, I set a timer for 10 minutes and I was like, I want to just let my thoughts run, have my actual deep thoughts. I need to think of ideas or whatever. 10 minutes. I could do it because I didn't have social media, I didn't have noise or anything. And then went on social media and tried to scroll, and then I was like, I'm going to challenge myself for 10 minutes. Literally, I need to see if I can think of ideas or create an idea while I'm scrolling. Couldn't do it because there's too much noise. There's too much distraction. There's too much entertainment going on, and it blocks it. And I've also noticed that we do a lot of scrolling, doom scrolling, to take away from the work that's actually needing to be done.
You know what's crazy? This is scary that you're even speaking on this, because this morning I did something totally different. Remember when we texted and I was like, I'm literally just facing the ceiling right now? I did not have my phone on me. I put my phone away this morning. I said, I want to know what life is like where it's just quiet as hell and I'm just in the dark with nothing on. Nothing. And I just looked at the ceiling and I just finally realized how loud my mind is. I'm like, dang, I need to learn how to control this. My mind is loud. Like, I'm like, it's quiet and I'm like hearing all these thoughts about what I should do, what I didn't do, what I could do better. Just hearing that my voice is, like I said, voices sound crazy. Hold up. Hearing that my voice and all these different versions of myself, as far as like this sad moment where I'm like, dang, blah, 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 just beating myself up in different versions. I'm like, dang, like, this needs to change. Like, I need to speak so much life into what I'm doing and who I am. Like, I was just sitting there quiet, just like not realizing that this is probably what is inadvertently behind my head all day. And I'm like, this is not it.
So the crazy thing I think about social media is it'll feed us unknowingly, but because we're consuming so much, we don't know what's sitting in there until we then put it down, and then it speaks, and then it goes. I'm like, yo, where did that even come from? I'm not even that negative of a person, but everything you consumed
is negative,
was negative, and now that's what's happening.
Projection, or people pretending to be this guru, like, oh, I'm about to give y'all advice, but they're literally, their life is shit. Like, give advice about the shit you're going through. Give advice like that. Don't be telling us that, hey, just letting you know it's okay to be alone, or yeah, you need to just sit there and just think to yourself, you know, be yourself, be by yourself, sit with yourself, and you're not doing that.
You sound like every other scroll.
You need to sit with yourself and you need to think, why are you here? And when you think,
oh my God,
remember, all love is everything, and everything is there and there to be seen.
you sound like every person that has a podcast.
Because when you see it, you gotta believe it.
No.
And then you sitting there, we watch it, actually forcing ourselves to get what the fuck they just said, and they ain't say shit.
You know what? That kind of makes, if you really think about it.
In order to be seen, you have to be there to be seen.
The stupidest thing I've ever heard someone say, I'm not gonna lie, I heard this before. They said, don't love your job, job your love. And they actually nodded their head and was like, I love that. I said, shut up.
This shit remind me, like,
I was like, I know this is fake, but I was like, come on. But
social media is definitely getting into the point where it's like the movie Idiocracy. Have you watched that movie?
I haven't.
Oh my God, you need to watch it. How things are just getting dumber and dumber and dumber. Like, the capacity of people's intelligence is just getting smaller and smaller and smaller. People are not, they're feeding themselves to stupidity. And everybody's just getting dumber and dumber and dumber.
I think I do want to say though, is like, I have to show genuine gratitude. Like, we may have had our back and forth, we've had the arguments, disagreements, whatever, but like, I am truly, truly grateful for you and for me to be able to come back here. We never really anticipated what this was going to be though. I didn't know it was going to be living in the same building that you were in, or that you were working in at the time, because you used to work here. And then come to find out, like, my sole intention was, oh, I'm coming back for this. In reality, I think God low-key knew, like, yo, you two are gonna need each other.
Yeah.
Because you got on my nerves sometimes.
Yeah, you did
I'm
too.
not gonna lie.
You did.
You got on my nerves sometimes.
You got on my nerves too.
That's okay. That's okay. That's cool.
But that's family. That's friendship. If you're able to go through those moments,
Yeah.
and naturally get back. If you have a friendship where it's perfect, something's wrong.
Or it's not authentic.
Yeah, if it's just base, like, that's surface level friendships are whack.
Because we've had some actual harsh ups and downs and stuff. Like,
Mm-hmm.
So
We fought.
We did.
We fought for this friendship. Like, it's a fight. We're not giving up.
We've had some hard conversations too.
Mm-hmm.
Like, very hard conversations. But truly, I can say, like, this past year, this year taught me a lot, like a whole lot. And honestly, and I know both you and I have felt this, where it feels like the dark moments were never gonna end.
Yeah.
It felt like it was just like never ending. Because I had to call you so many times, Jiant. You know what? I don't know if I can do it. Maybe I should just give up. Maybe
I feel like
should
I was
just,
Edna. Get your life together.
with the rolled up newspaper.
You're Mr. Incredible.
Like, sometimes in dark moments you need a friend that's going to be able to remind you of who you are. Like, because some moments can genuinely make you, like, question everything about yourself. And they did. They definitely, there are so many times where I've called you questioning myself, thinking, like, you know, I need to put the camera down.
Yeah.
I need to, you know, maybe I should just be done.
I said, maybe you're just overthinking about what direction you need to go to. Why don't you just be you?
Yep, that's what you told me. So it's that, along with that scene that you showed me from Eat, Pray, Love.
Yeah.
Where he was like, stop. He's like, that's it. He's like, that's your problem. You're trying to control everything. Just let it be. And I was like,
you was like, so John, you think I gotta control? It's just that,
yeah.
yeah. I was like, yeah. He was like, wow. I was like, there's a lot of wow moments I gave you about like your mental. I'm like, you gotta work on this. Like, and then you tell me, Jaya, you need to work on this. Like, my time blindness, that's something I can't help, but I'm working on. Like, having ADHD is crazy. Like, people think when people utilize and say, oh, but I have ADHD, that it's something that's underlyingly should be glorified, or people just using it as an excuse. Like, having ADHD, your life is 1,000 times harder than someone that's neurotypical. It's 1,000 times harder. Be prepared for losing excessive amount of money because you forgot that you actually bought those groceries before and you buy it twice. Be prepared for time blindness. Be prepared, especially if you have an attentive ADHD, which is what I have. So it's internal. So people think that you don't care about time, that you don't care about their time, that you are this certain person, when everything that I'm going through, I'm battling, is internally and not externally. So in social scenes, people are more accepting of people with ADHD, and people are unaware of people that have inattentive ADHD. So we're not really accepted in society. So people with ADHD, we thrive off of body doubling.
Body what?
So doubling, it's two different terminologies, doubling and parallel play. Basically, it sounds crazy, but if I'm on the phone with you, you notice that I start getting my work done more? Like, have you noticed every time
you need presence in order for you to...
Yeah. You don't notice I get more done when there's presence around me?
Or even though you call me and it feels like nothing is... Like, why'd you call me? Because we're just here.
And you see me doing stuff.
Yeah. I think that's probably you'll thrive the most. And I think you'll find it when you go to your next destination. Mm-hmm. But I think... And there's one thing I think I know for sure is, like, Richmond is not a place for us personally.
It's not a place for me to thrive in, especially with me, how big I've gotten, and not even how big I've gotten, but also mental health, like ADHD. I'm gonna keep saying that. Like, I suffer with anxiety, ADHD, and I would say depression, but ADHD and depression come hand in hand, so you can't really tell the two. Because, like I said, sometimes I'm more likely to be high functioning in depression and not realizing it. So when I see the signs and it's getting to the point where it's getting like people could see the depression, that means it's getting too bad. But realistically, in Richmond, and I'm not trying to comfort Richmond, but in Richmond you ultimately can't really thrive. A person like me can't thrive here, especially with what I got going on. And it's not welcoming for people with mental health as far as ADHD and stuff like that, because people are so contractual out here, where it's a yes or no basis. If you can't do this, then you're not this. If you are this, then you're not that. There's a lot of ignorance or just not understanding that there's different type of people around the world here, and everyone is just trying to move in one culture. But it's like there's so many different type of people around the world. There's so many different type of mental health. There's so many different type of things that I feel like this small city is not really accustomed to the diversity of that.
I think it's. I mean, considering it's pretty much just a city or a college town per se.
Yeah.
You have the diversity of it, but I think everyone's very like. Because I've had a lot of conversations with a lot of people who are, I guess, doing performing, especially in like the real estate space, and a lot of people are very like. It's like more like a small town, like one-track minded type of thing. Like whatever you're doing, that's pretty much just what you do.
Yeah.
In comparison to like other bigger cities, where you've seen people who like, you know, they've done multiple different things. You can even see down to the portion of an Uber driver who's also doing trading. In comparison to like someone who maybe, they do a financial advisor. For instance, like in Dallas, Roland Pollard, who is actually my financial advisor when I met at one of the events. Everyone knows him on social media for his brand with his daughter Kiara doing all the gymnastics and such. But he's also a financial advisor as well. Like there are so many people in other bigger cities who are who are multifaceted. Yeah. Solely just because they I can do this and that. And
but
so
they're able to do that.
Yeah.
Here, I'm not able to be exceptionally multifaceted here because everyone wants to lock you in.
This is what you do.
This is what you
do
are.
Weddings. You do.
What
weddings.
do you think you are? Who do you think you are trying to be this? You're not bigger than the program when I am.
But I think you will genuinely thrive, and I won't say where because I don't know.
Yeah, hell no, I'm not
communicate with other people yet. But all I will say is I think you will thrive at where we understand that you will be going. And obviously, it's no secret that I'm getting ready to head back to Dallas tomorrow. But I think the reason why I love Dallas so much is because of the opportunities. When I first got there, me and my cousin, we were sitting there and we're like, okay, we want to experience more because I'm from Stafford, Virginia, which is a very small military town. He's from Baltimore, Maryland. I can't remember if it was the east or west side, but he's from Baltimore, Maryland. Most of our family's from Baltimore, so we're like, we want to experience more. Because of Baltimore's reputation of being like a murder capital at a time, and Stafford just being a military town, those are very big boxes. And so then going to Dallas, we saw everything that we wanted to possibly see. His dad worked on cars, so he's like Rolls Royces and stuff. His dad's used to seeing that. Me, I was not used to seeing Rolls Royces, Lambos as if they were like Toyotas around here, or going to these houses for networking events that used to like these mega mansion parties. Or we be hearing planes taking off every 30 minutes from our apartment. I'm like, why are we so close to the regular terminal? Turns out we were across the street from a private jet terminal. Then I got to see all that, and then I got to talk to all these people who are doing so many different things. And I'm like, there's so much you can do. So even when I'm getting ready to go back, I have the job, which again now I'm super grateful for. Yeah. Super grateful for. Then even more so on the weekends, my boy who we did the initial show with, the DFW show, he has another client that's in Vegas who wants us to go out there frequently, and we're able to do that on the weekends. And so I'll be able to literally do both and be able to double up. And then on top of that as well, if I can genuinely schedule things out correctly, I don't know if I talked to you about it, but doing a podcast on my own to market the media company.
Here's what a lot of people said that I should do a podcast because I talk about a lot of deep things.
It's the way you tell stories.
You're not the only person that said that.
I know. Even when we did the sit down of you talking about the roller coaster story.
That was some deep shit.
People love your storytelling and the way you tell stories.
Yeah.
But then also the reason why I need to do mine is because I've been told too many times. So people don't know that when I was doing the small or short podcasting setup when it was in my parents' basement when I was there at the time, I wasn't talking to anyone but the wall. But they're like, I don't know what you were talking about, but I was like, where's the full podcast? I'm like, it wasn't. It was just a piece of content. But then it really made me sit there and think because people have said a couple of things your voice is very good for video or very good in general. Your thought process, the way you break things down, and you're articulate. And this is the same thing also why when I was at our client's event in Dallas, Les Brown told me like, yo, you need to be speaking.
It's time.
So it's like, okay.
I need to be speaking too, because there's so
look
much.
at all those different facets.
Yeah.
You will thrive where you're gonna go, and I'm very excited. Whenever you want to showcase and let people know.
Speaking, I'm like, listen, y'all, you got to do the finger. Let me tell you something.
What is this is the making a point.
Have been through a lot.
You look like
It
Obama.
all started.
You look like Obama right now.
It all started back when I was young. Back in the day when I was a little young lad like you.
What are we cheersing to? To new starts, new beginnings. What are we cheering to?
New starts, new beginnings, self-awareness, rebirth.
Rebirth. Oh, rebirth it is.